Can you all hear me? Oh, woo, there we go. Yay! Well, good evening and welcome to the 2026 commencement ceremony. Before we begin, please take a moment to locate your nearest exit, which may be in front of you or behind you, just in case of an emergency. My name is Margot Doucette, President of Design Institute of San Diego, and it is both a privilege and a joy to stand before you and celebrate this extraordinary moment. To our graduates, class of 2026, congratulations, you did it! You survived critiques, deadlines, late nights, group projects, and probably more coffee than you'd ever like to admit. Am I right? And here you are, on time. You beat me here, dressed beautifully and graduating. We are incredibly proud of each of you. Let's hear it one more time for the graduates. At this point, I'd also like to acknowledge the many people who have supported you along the way. Look at this auditorium. It is practically sold out. Your families, friends, mentors, faculty, board of directors, leadership, and staff. Your belief, encouragement, and sacrifice have helped make this moment possible. Thank you for standing beside our graduates on this journey. So graduates, today is not just a finish line. Hate to say it, but it's also a beginning, but a really exciting one. Remember back when you first arrived at DI? I think most of us do. You brought passion, ambition, curiosity, and potential. Today you leave with something far greater, the ability to see the world differently and the skills to change it. You have been challenged during your education at DI. You have been pushed creatively, intellectually, and personally. I am certain there may have been moments, maybe many, when the pressure felt overwhelming. Those were the moments that shaped you. Those were the moments that prepared you, not just to succeed, but to also lead. As you step into what comes next, I want to leave you with a few remarks. Stay curious, even when the answers feel out of reach. Stay humble, even as your confidence grows. Stay bold, especially when the path is uncertain. Ask questions, even when you think you already know the answers, and it's especially important then. The world you are entering is complex, fast-changing, and full of challenges. It is also full of opportunities. It needs designers, it needs thinkers, it needs people who will approach problems with creativity, empathy, and courage. There will be moments when things do not go as planned, when a design fails, when an opportunity falls through, when you question yourself. In those moments, remember this: growth does not come from what is easy, it comes from what challenges you. If there is one thing your time here has proven, it is that you can rise to a challenge. So on behalf of the board of directors, our faculty, staff, and members of the administration, thank you for trusting us with your education and allowing us to be a part of your journey. Know that this will always be a place you can return to, a community that believes in you, that supports you, and that celebrates your success. Class of 2026, you are ready. Ready to create, ready to lead, ready to leave your mark. Go forward with purpose, go forward with confidence, and never lose sight of the impact you can make. Congratulations, we are so proud of you. And now it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Natalia Warden, Chief Academic Officer at Design Institute.
Thank you, Marga. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of our staff, faculty, I cannot hear. Oh. Okay, let me find my space. Distinguished guests, everybody, we are so thrilled to have you here with us tonight. And most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Today is the proud day for all of you and your families. And I am really humbled and honored to celebrate this exciting milestone with all of you. I still remember our first meeting at the student orientation like it was yesterday. Many of you shared with us the journey that got you to DI, and here you are. Watching you grow and develop your design skills, develop your talents. It's been a really a remarkable experience for me, and I'm so proud to see you here tonight, standing ready for the professional world. As we celebrate your success, and as you bask in the glory of this achievement, today is the day to not only reflect on the passion that brought you to DI, but to also, as Marga said, start planning that next part of your journey, a journey of a professional designer. Today's commencement also marks a little bit of a milestone for me. I was, my first commencement at DI, my first experience was here in this auditorium in 2016. I was actually in your seat, not presenting yet. And I was just like you, inspired by the great speakers that you will hear tonight, and also wondering what might the future hold. And as I look back, not only at the time that you spent at DI with us for the past few years, but reflecting on the past decades, I can't help but think about just how much we all grew over this time. What continues to inspire me the most, I would say, is not just the institutions, the program's achievements, your individual achievements, our alumni's achievements, but the collective mindset we all share. And that's the mindset of a lifelong learner. Someone who stays curious, who embraces the change, humble and open, knowing that every experience, whether it's a success or a setback, has something that we can learn from. Being a lifelong learner also means never mistaking what you know today for all there is to know tomorrow. So be open to the opportunities that lie ahead of you. Be curious. Be brave to go beyond the comfortable. Be authentic, be honest, especially with yourselves. Most importantly, remember, designers are problem solvers. They're innovators. They're agents of change. And you are our future designers. Interior designers play a role in creating the places where we learn, where we work, where we heal, where we celebrate. And practicing interior design, frankly, has never been so rewarding. As Marga mentioned, we really need designers, probably more than ever now. Your creativity, your passion, your problem-solving skills is what's going to create a better world. I like to use a quote by Andy Andrews, who wrote that every single thing you do matters. You have within you the power to change the world. You now have these abilities. You have abilities to advance design profession through advocacy, through design empathy, through innovation. And as you join an amazing and aspiring community of DI alumni and professionals, remember that you too can make a difference. Welcome to the profession. I would like to invite Marga back to the mic at this moment. And I believe maybe the clicker is for you.
I already have my tissue ready. Okay. Well, I got through the easy part, congratulating all of you. But this part is going to be a little more emotional, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm a very transparent and honest person. I think I'm supposed to click to the next slide. Okay, so I now have the honor to recognize the recipients of the service awards that are presented at each commencement ceremony. My goodness, this year, my goodness, okay. Presenting these awards is even more personal and meaningful to me than in the past. As some of you may know, my late father and stepmother founded Design Institute almost 50 years ago. They asked me to join DI 32 years ago. And as a family-owned institution, I've seen the school grow from its humble beginnings when only one certificate program was offered. That certificate program was expanded to the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. And as of this year, DI is approved to offer a total of 3 undergraduate degrees and 2 graduate programs. We've added the Bachelor of Science degree in Interaction and Experience Design and Product Design and Management programs, as well as the Master of Project Management. Excuse me, I'm gonna dab. The future is bright for DI. As of next month, new ownership will lead the institution towards further greatness. I'm so excited for the future, and I have to say that all of this has been and is only possible because of the extended community that supports DI, including our students, all of you, faculty, staff, employers who have supported us, board members. And here I'm going to, without further ado, begin the presentation of the service awards. Our first award celebrates a notable seasoned faculty member with a praiseworthy record. The Faculty Service Award recognizes a faculty member whose exemplary dedication to students, peers, alumni, mentoring, and leadership activities have enriched DI and its community. This year's Faculty Award recipient is Brendan Byrne. Well, you can stay up here while I keep talking about you. Okay. Okay. And Brendan has been here longer than I have. Yeah, well, mine's covered up. BFA MID faculty member and professional designer Brendan Byrne began teaching at DI in 1986 when the entire DI campus was housed in Building 1. And her first graduation experience was held in the DI parking lot. Boy, have we grown since then. Over the past 40 years, Brendan has taught furniture design to our BFA students and more recently expanded her teaching to include the materials, products, and fabrication course in the MID program. Brendan's commitment to students extended well beyond coursework, with contributions to our BFA and MID programs development. Her presence in the classroom has cultivated a culture of rigor and respect for the design process. Brendan, your dedication to nurturing and empowering generations of designers is truly commendable. As you retire, after 40 years of dedicated teaching at DI, you will be deeply missed. Your influence will endure through the many designers whose paths were shaped by your mentorship. It is my honor to present Brendan Byrne with this well-deserved recognition. Please join me in congratulating Brendan on receiving this award and wishing her well in her retirement. I have your award over here.
Oh, okay. Shall I come with you? I just have to say, Arthur and Gloria are the ones that hired me, her parents, and they were just the best, and you have been the best. She has dedicated her life to this school and really brought it from that parking lot graduation to this. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Well, we couldn't have done it without you.
Oh,
Anyway.
oh, thank you so much.
Of course.
Great.
I think we're supposed to. Thank you. Okay. Now. Okay. Our next set of awards marks a special milestone. And it's my honor to introduce the President's Award Awards for Distinguished Leadership. Presented for the first time this year, this award, or these awards, recognize two exceptional members of my executive leadership team. I gotta see where you guys are. Their vision, integrity, and unwavering commitment have truly helped shape the continued excellence of Design Institute of San Diego. Through their dedication to innovation, student success, and growth, they exemplify the highest standards of service and professionalism. I can safely say that throughout the last few years, I couldn't have done it without them. Our first recipient is Natalia Warden, Chief Academic Officer. Natalia took a leap of faith in 2016 when she joined me as program director. At that time, she was president of the San Diego chapter of ASID and a practicing designer. I still remember our first lunch meeting. I left that conversation convinced that if Natalia joined us, we could bring our vision for DI to life, including successfully navigating an upcoming CETA accreditation. No small undertaking for someone just stepping into the role, right, Crandon? From the moment she said yes, she has never said no. Her impact was immediate, and today, her leadership continues to shape our institution. As Chief Academic Officer, Natalia has led another successful CETA accreditation visit, supported WASC accreditation efforts, guided numerous new program approvals, built an accomplished faculty, continued to mentor them, She's an avid researcher, deeply committed to delivering a forward-looking, high-quality education. Her contributions have been instrumental to the growth and success of DI, and I don't have enough time to continue on. So please join me in congratulating Natalia Warden on this well-deserved honor. Those awards are so far away. Do you want to say anything? I'll grab the award.
As I mentioned, 2016, I was in the audience, really soaking it in and thinking, what would the future hold? And the future is bright for DI. And I just been so fortunate to find a mentor and an inspiration, a colleague, a boss, a Madam President who really inspired me every single day that I spent working at DI. And yeah, I'll miss her, but we will definitely continue the legacy.
We got to take a picture. Well, equally as important, because I have a left hand and a right hand, and they both work together, and I need both of these extraordinary women, is the next recipient of the President's Award for Distinguished Leadership, Jessica Houchins, Chief Operating Officer. Jessica joined us in 2018 as our Director of Operations. She was referred to me by a consultant who was helping us restructure our leadership team. And I'm going to be honest, it was because I could not handle it. I still remember our first meeting over coffee. It was such a meaningful moment for me, as I was essentially entrusting someone to step into my role so I could focus on broader strategic priorities. From that very first conversation, it was clear that Jessica brought not only a strong background in human resources, which she continued while working full-time, but also a deep passion for student success. Just as importantly, I knew she would lead with intention, building strong teams, strengthening our administrative foundation, and ensuring that our mission was fully embedded in the culture of DI. Jessica leads with professionalism, positivity, and genuine care for our staff. Her ability to balance high standards with compassion has made a lasting impact. She has been instrumental in supporting accreditation efforts, launching new programs, managing and trying to balance a complex budget, and overseeing the many moving parts of our day-to-day operations. Jessica, your leadership has strengthened this institution in countless ways, and without you, I would have never been able to step out and seek the strategic partnership going forward in the future. So, again, I don't have enough time to say more words, but please join me in congratulating Jessica Houchins on this well-deserved honor.
No, I just want to say thank you so much, Margot, and everything I do is because of the team that we have around us and your leadership and expectations and standards that you hold for all of us. And so, you know, I care so much about DI and our students, and so I love what we do and thankful for every bit of it.
Well, in conclusion, I just want to reiterate that we have a very dedicated staff, every single person here in our faculty. And we've had people who have been here, as you've seen, for 40 years plus. And I want to really take a minute to give my sincere appreciation to everyone who has been a part of this community, and particularly to Natalia and Jessica, because they work tirelessly to keep things going. So you have my full gratitude, and thank you so much. And I will invite Natalia back up. We're playing like yo-yo.
All right. Well, next, we are going to move to our commencement addresses. And let me just see if I could transition the slide back. So at every commencement, students from a graduating class have an opportunity to present the student commencement address, and they also nominate a faculty member to address their class. This year, we have 2 graduating classes. We have our BFA program, soon-to-be graduates, and we also have the MIT program represented. And so we'll begin the commencement addresses with the BFA program faculty. Joe Bertucci is a BIM VDC specialist and an Autodesk certified professional for Revit with over 10 years of industry experience, leading technical integration and execution on a variety of projects. His projects range from theme parks, how fun is that, to, believe it or not, developing for Amazon customer fulfillment and logistic programs. We all use Amazon. Where are you, Joe? Oh. As an educator, Joe specializes in teaching technology integrated design courses at DI, both the BFA and the MID program. And like many of our faculty, Joe is active in the industry, and he currently works as an associate at Cunningham, where he leads focus on the BIM and the digital twin workflows. So with that introduction, I'd like to welcome to the podium Joe Bertucci.
Are we having fun yet? Graduates, faculty, family, friends, good evening and congratulations to the class of 2026. We're here tonight at the San Diego Natural History Museum, a place dedicated to studying time, history, and everything that came before us, which feels fitting because today isn't just about where you're going, it's about recognizing everything that got you here. Today is about you. But let's take a moment to acknowledge the rest of the room. To the family and friends who supported you and believed in you, sometimes more than you believed in yourselves. Let's give them a round of applause. And to the faculty and staff who challenged you and pushed you to become more than you thought you could be, let's give them a round of applause. Let's be honest, I'm just trying to score a few extra bonus points to boost my Rate My Professor score, so shameless plug if anyone wants to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Now, I've been asked to do this before. This marks my 3rd time up here. Every time I say the same thing. If you give me a stage, I'll give you a show. So the fact that I'm back means one of 2 things. Either I'm doing something right, or they couldn't find anyone else. Honestly, both feel just a little bit concerning. But I couldn't say no. Because when you start something like this, you don't just walk away before you get to the ending. And if I'm honest, my ego just wouldn't let it go unfinished. Also, let's also not ignore the irony here. The same students who couldn't wait to get out of my class requested to have me come back and lecture you one last time. Except now, hey, they're listening. Hey, listen, that's growth, team, or poor decision making. The jury's still out. For those of you that don't know me at this point, my name is Joseph Bertucci. I teach BIM at DI, but I mostly tell jokes with a little bit of wisdom sprinkled throughout. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Yes, this is my real hair. At this point, it's less of a professional choice and more of lion's mane territory. At this rate, by the end of this speech, I'll either be quoting Mufasa or setting up camp in the Lions exhibit next door. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. About what today means. About stepping into something more. Let's start with what you've been a part of. What started as one class, an elective, something small, has grown into something much bigger. We expanded BIM, integrated technology into the curriculum, built workflows that reflect the real world. And this year, we pushed even further, launching a Revit workshop series beyond this school, exploring AI, not to replace you, but to enhance you. Because the future of design isn't about choosing between creativity and technology. It's about knowing how to use both. And whether you realize it or not, you are part of that shift. That is what legacy feels like. It's not something you leave behind, it's something you build while you're here. It's in the people you help, the ideas you pass on, the standards you raise. Legacy isn't a finish line, it's a ripple effect. And every project you touch, every person you collaborate with, every space you design carries a piece of you forward. Now, if you've been here before, you know this isn't just a speech. It's part of a larger story. We started at the point of intersection where you chose to follow your dreams and realize your decisions shape your path. We continued until we reached the point of reflection where you looked back and understood the cost of the journey. And now we arrive at the final chapter, the point of contention. So what is it? The point of contention. It's where conflict lives, where doubt emerges, where everything you work for gets challenged, not by others, by yourself. It's not a destination, it's not a title, it's not a moment, it's a question. A question that shows up not at the beginning, not in the middle, but at the end. After the long nights, the stress, the sacrifices, you finally got to where you were going. And then you find yourself asking the hardest question of them all: am I successful? The truth is, you've been asking it your entire life, just in different forms. Like, am I where I'm supposed to be? Did I make the right choice? Or maybe, did I make you proud? For some of you, it's for your family. For others, it's for someone who isn't here anymore. And for a lot of you, it's for the world, hoping it looks back at you when you ask, am I good enough? We chase affirmation that our destinies are only valid upon recognition. But here's the problem. We tie success to perfection, having the perfect portfolio, the perfect job, the perfect life. And in chasing that, we forget everything that got us here. We forget the late nights that turned into early mornings, the people who helped us when we were struggling, the moments that made us fall in love with it all in the first place, We forget the journey. And when you forget the journey, you lose yourself in the destination. Remember who you are. You are designers, artists, innovators, pioneers, not because of what anyone says about you, but because of what you create, what you leave behind, and who you become. Today, you are all my students. And in my classes, I always end with a final thought. Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You lived the beginning, you fought through the middle, and now this is it, the end of the line. For the last time, I present you with the final thought. We started this journey talking about dreams. And somewhere along the way, those dreams turned into expectations, then pressure, then perfection. But the truth is, perfection was never the goal. Progression was. Because perfection stops you. Progression moves you. Perfection says, don't fail. Progression says, try again. Perfection isolates you. Progression connects you. Perfection makes you forget why you started, but progression builds something. It builds skill. It builds confidence. It builds momentum. But more importantly, it reminds you of something we forget. Dreams were never meant to be perfect. They were meant to be earned. Earned through the late nights, earned through the setbacks, earned through the moments where you questioned everything and kept going anyway. Because when something is earned, it means something. It stays with you, and over time, that's what becomes your legacy. Not perfection, but what you fought for, what you built, and what you leave behind for others to carry forward. So don't chase perfection, chase growth, because what you build along the way won't just define your success, it will shape the people who come after you. I would say to my students, good talk, see you out there. But here's the thing, you're not going out there anymore. You're already here. This is the real world. Real deadlines, real pressure, real consequences. And it can be overwhelming. But it's also where everything you've worked for finally pays off. So as you step forward, I want you to remember these last few words. Learn, not just to succeed, but to understand, so we can unify and not be divided. Love, not just what you do, but how you treat others. Speak with passion, not hate. Believe, not because it's easy, but because you've proven you can. Try, even when you're unsure, especially when you're unsure. And dream, not for perfection, but for possibility. This is the end of our journey, because I have nothing left to teach you. This stage may feel like home to me, but it's time for me to step down and for you to step up. It's time for me to watch you lead, to learn from you, to see what you become. To everyone here today, but especially to you, if there's one thing I want you to know, it's this. You didn't just follow your dreams, you earned them. That you are successful. I am proud of you. You are enough. Now, it's your turn. Class dismissed. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Joe. Okay. Now, we would like to hear from our BFA students. This year, BFA students selected 2 speakers to represent the graduating class of 2026. So please help me welcome America Campos and Jave Filial.
It's a little too quiet in here, I'm sorry. Whew, okay. Well, good evening, distinguished faculty, honored guests, proud families, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Really quickly, I just want to give the biggest thank you to my fellow graduates for allowing me the opportunity to speak tonight. I spoke at my 5th grade promotion, so this is truly full circle. So thank you. Standing here today is both surreal and deeply humbling. Like many of you, my journey to this moment has not been a straight line. In fact, it has felt like a roller coaster full of unexpected twists, steep climbs, and moments when I wasn't sure I would make it to the end. I was supposed to finish undergrad at 21, and I'm 25 now, so you can kind of see how things turned out for me. And at this point, I'd like to think of myself as a veteran student, someone who truly got their money's worth. Very expensive. But after every setback, road change, and many, many breakdowns, I constantly kept hearing the same thing. Everything happens for a reason, God's timing is perfect, and don't worry. And I'm sitting there like, what do you mean? Like, my life's falling apart. Just hold off on that, please. It is so easy to fall into the mindset of, why does this keep happening to me? To look around and feel like everyone else is moving faster. Doing better, achieving more, and to question if you're behind. If you've missed something, or if maybe this just wasn't meant for you. And those thoughts, they're loud, they're convincing. But what I've learned is this: just because someone else's journey looks different doesn't mean that yours is wrong. It just means it's yours. And for me, that sense of timing means even more when I think about my parents. Well, okay. My dad left his home at just 10 years old, at an age when most of us were worried about homework or what we were going to eat after school. He was navigating the world on his own, relying on the kindness of strangers and finding strength wherever he could. By 19, he made the journey across the border in search of something better. And here in California, he met my mom, who carried that same courage, that same willingness to leave everything behind in hopes of building a future. And together, they worked tirelessly, not just for themselves, but for me and my siblings. So when I stand here today, I know this moment didn't start with me. It started with them, with their sacrifices, their risks, their faith that something greater was possible. and now sitting in this audience watching their youngest child graduate. And somehow that makes every delay, every setback, every struggle feel like it all happened exactly the way it was supposed to. We may plan every step and map out every detail, but life has a way of rewriting those plans. It often takes us down harder, unexpected paths, but somehow we still arrive exactly where we're meant to be and when we're meant to. I arrived at the Design Institute of San Diego with nothing but pure motivation and passion. For years, I wanted nothing more than to go back to school and finally be surrounded by the world of interior design. I thought the hard times were behind me, but little did I know, I was about to get on yet another roller coaster. And I know school isn't easy. Like my father, Jorge Campos, says, if school was easy, everyone would do it. But let me tell you, this program is insane. Interior design is no joke. And for the families in the audience who still don't know what it is we do here at the Design Institute, we are not just decorators. We are designers of the built environment. Every space you've ever stepped into, every room you've lived, worked, or learned in has been shaped by design. And that design shapes how you feel, how you function, and how you live. With great creativity comes great responsibility, and it's hard stuff. Before this, I was crying because I wasn't in school, and now I'm crying because I am. And I have 3 presentations, 2 research papers, 3 exams, a model to build, and a full set of construction documents due by next Tuesday. If you ever heard your student in their room crying in the middle of the night, now you know why. Somewhere along the way, between the long nights and the challenges, it becomes easy to lose sight of how badly we once wanted this. But no matter how hard the work gets, gratitude has to remain part of the journey, because being here, doing what we love, pursuing what we once only dreamed of, is a blessing. And that feeling isn't just ours as graduates. It belongs to everyone sitting here today. Whether you're a parent who sacrificed to get your child to this moment, a professor who dedicated years of guiding students, or someone in the audience still working towards a dream of your own, we all know what it feels like to hope for something more. So wherever you are in your journey, don't lose sight of it. Don't forget what you once dreamed of, or how far you've already come. Because even in the moments that feel overwhelming, there's still something to be grateful for. And that gratitude can carry you forward. Class of 2026, as you step into what comes next, I leave you with this. Trust in the timing of your life, even when it doesn't make sense, even when it feels delayed. What is meant for you will always find you. And when the road gets hard, and it probably will, practice gratitude. Don't forget how much it took to get here. Don't forget the nights, the sacrifices, and the moments you almost gave up but didn't. Let that be your reminder you are capable, you are resilient, and you are already proof that you can make it through. Congratulations, graduates. Keep going, keep believing, and remember, el sol sale para todos, the sun shines for everyone. Do not find yourself competing with anyone but yourself. Thank you.
Oh my God. Can you guys believe this? I am really still trying to figure out how I got up here. If you asked me at the start of this program if I'd be here right now doing this, I would have said absolutely not. There's no way. No way. But here I am, and here we all are. I think this whole journey has been one thing just leading into another to somehow ending up exactly where we're supposed to be, where we're meant to be. Me personally, I've loved design for a really long time, not just interior design, but furniture design, fashion design, graphic design, whatever you name it. I just think that creating something that means something is really all that there is. Some of you know I used to be in the military before this, and I hated it. I hated it really, really bad. That's because it was not meant for me. It's not something that I wanted to do. So when I was in the military, somebody asked me once, what was it that I truly wanted? To which I responded, I don't know. Like, that's a really loaded question. I have no clue. All I knew is that it had to be designing something. That's when I really started to dig into what made me happy and how to make money from it. Architecture was my first choice until I realized I cannot do math. And then my second choice was graphic design, but then I thought the robots would take that from us. So naturally, interior design is what's next for me. I just kind of stumbled my way into interior design, and I'm really happy I did. At that point in my life, I separated from the military. I moved back to San Diego, back here, and I also stumbled my way into the Design Institute. I took the school tour, and after the school tour, I was hooked. I seen how hands-on everything was. It was crazy to see construction documents for the first time, 3D models, art, all of it. So I started the program. I was like, yeah, let's do it. When I started, I remember, oh my goodness, you guys, this is gonna be so fun. It's gonna be really, really fun. And it was really fun until about the third semester. At the third semester is when I was like, yeah, this really got hard. No one really preps us, right, for how late you're gonna be staying up or how much time and all-consuming, like, interior design school really is. It's just like constantly thinking about your projects, like, oh, what furnitures and finishes can I use for my final project here? Oh, staying up until 2 a.m. when your bedtime's really 9 p.m. Yeah. As finals week especially, I think for all of us, it was really just a collective panic and false smiles and praying that no one catches that mistake on your already printed boards. But thank God for our instructors and our faculty. I'm so extremely grateful for you guys. Extremely helpful, extremely understanding. The level of knowledge and passion that you guys have for teaching us is invaluable. I wouldn't want to have been taught by anybody else. With our faculty's knowledge and passion and our determination, we kind of learned how to be interior designers, you guys. I mean, obviously, we definitely need some on-the-job training. But the statement still stands, and I think that's crazy. 3 years, wow. For me personally, being able to learn so much in such a short amount of time that our instructors took notice and put me into a position where I have the pleasure of being part of a really great firm today. I'm just really grateful for that. So you can call it fate, you can call it perfect timing, or the universe, God, whatever you want. But there's something real in there. It's when you stop forcing yourself on predetermined paths, and you listen to what really pulls you, a whole lot of doors start really opening. Yeah. I say all of that because stumbling works out. I stumbled into the military not knowing what it was that I wanted to do. And I stumbled into DI, not knowing what I was getting myself into. And I stumbled onto the stage. You know, people love to define success by money or power, but I think it's a lot more simple. I think success just means doing you, following what it is that you believe, walking the path that really pulls you. That's how we all got here today. So you guys, just trust in the journey and trust in stumbling. And like for reals. That's just fate. It's taking you to where you're supposed to be. So, yeah.
All right. A lot of inspiring wisdom's been shared here. But we now would like to pivot and celebrate our graduate program, soon-to-be graduates. So our next speaker will be addressing MID program. Faculty member Limia Shunya is a seasoned designer, educator, and a founder of Ground, where she helps organizations use circular design approaches to drive innovation to shape smarter, more responsible futures. Her practice is built on the belief that design matters deeply right now, as we rethink products, as we rethink environments and our systems. In professional practice, her background includes leadership roles as a design director at Gensler and a senior strategist across architecture, interiors, and strategic design, aligning clients, interiors, and collaborators around shared goals. Limia has been teaching in the MID program since last year, and we're really excited that she is this year's commencement presenter, and I'd like to welcome Limia. Please help me.
Hello, everybody. America, we need to talk after this. Okay. My people are over there. So if I look over there, you know why. Okay. So to all of you, and especially to the Master of Interior Design graduates, congratulations. This is your day. I echo what so many of our speakers have said. It's been shaped by your families, your friends, mentors, classmates, instructors, staff, by the loved ones who made space for you, for your deadlines, and supported you when the work felt really heavy. So, of course, before we do anything else, let's acknowledge the full circle of people in this room who helped bring you to this moment. So let's get everybody to stand and love our graduates today. And graduates, let's also acknowledge what you have done. You entered this program with curiosity, ambition, and probably a little uncertainty, and maybe more than a little uncertainty. Over time, you learned to research, observe, map, sketch, model, test, revise, and present. And that goes for you guys too. You learn to defend your ideas and sometimes to let them go. You learn that a strong concept is rarely born fully formed. It's built through attention, iteration, and the courage to keep asking better questions. I've seen all three of you do that. You've also learned that interior design is never only about the interior. It's about how people move, gather, rest, work, heal, learn, wait, connect, and belong, among other things. So no, we aren't decorators. It's about atmosphere and access. It's about culture, memory, materials, systems, and care. And I see you nodding because you experience that. It's about the visible and invisible forces that shape everyday experience. A room is never only a room, and a threshold is never only a threshold. A workplace, clinic, classroom, lobby, home, or public space carries way more than its square footage, and I know you know that. It carries assumptions. It carries invitations. It carries boundaries. It quietly tells people where to go, how to behave, how long to stay, and sometimes whether they belong there at all. You spent your time here learning how to notice those things, and that is no small skill. In fact, I think it's one of the most important skills a designer can develop, the ability to see what others move through without noticing. So hopefully I will be brief with this personal story, but when I think about what it means to become a designer, I think about the strange and powerful ways our lives prepare us before we know what they're preparing us for. It's kind of a theme here today, right? I came to the United States as a quiet young girl, and I'm very quiet. My parents left behind the life they knew because they wanted a different future for us. Like many immigrant families, we first lived with relatives, my uncle and my 5 cousins, which I still love very much. Later, my parents found a small ranch house suitable for our immediate family. For a while, though, it was our turn to help family, and it was a house that certainly held more than one family's worth of people. I grew up in the Midwest in the 1980s, which may explain my lifelong affection for John Hughes movies. The parents probably know what I'm talking about. And you younger ones, if you have watched Breakfast Club or Ferris Bueller's Day Off or 16 Candles or Home Alone, do any of those ring a bell? All right. So yes, that was the suburban life that was somewhat familiar to me, although not as crazy. There was something about those suburban scenes that felt familiar, even though my version of suburban life came with a bilingual household, cultural expectations, and the feeling of living between worlds. At the time, I did not have the elegant language for that experience. I probably would have not called it perspective. I might have called it confusing. I might have called it figuring out what parts of myself belonged where. But later, I came to understand that living between cultures gave me range. I became the first in my family to graduate from college and to move to a big city. My career began in architecture, mainly commercial interiors, very difficult, where I learned how many disciplines must come together to make something real that connects with people. I went on to earn my master's degree in design research studies. Later, I moved into design strategy and teaching. I had the privilege of guiding hundreds of interdisciplinary teams as they framed problems, explored possibilities, and propose and tested solutions. I watch students learn to trust a process and their thinking. I watched them find their voice. I watched them discover that design was not only a skill set, but a way of engaging with the world. Amen. Eventually, that layered path led me to start Ground, a strategy and design firm focused on circularity and regenerative systems. For a long time, America, I thought my path was a series of pivots. Now I understand it as a strong foundation. The immigrant 3-year-old, the first generation college student, the architecture graduate, the design director, the strategist, the educator, the business owner, possibly entrepreneur. Those are not disconnected chapters, but they're layers. Each one gave me another way to see. And that is what I want to offer you today, all of you who are graduating, but especially our Masters of Interior Design graduates today. What I want to offer you is that your range is your strength. Some of you came into interior design through a direct path. Others arrived through another discipline, another career, another country, or a very different set of life experiences. Some of you balance school with work, family, caregiving, financial pressures, doubt, or unexpected challenges. Some of you found your voice quickly, others found it more slowly. In critique, in research, in collaboration, in frustration, in the 10th version of your concept statement, or in the moment you realized your project had become something you believed in. Yes, I know you experienced that as well. Your range includes what you studied here at DI, but it also includes what you bring with you. Your background, your questions, your culture, your eye, your humor, your resilience, your way of noticing, your ability to listen, and wow, your capacity to move between people, ideas, systems, and scales. So no, you are not decorators. The world you are entering needs designers with range because the built environment is facing enormous questions, and you are graduating into an unprecedented age of transition. That can feel daunting. It should. The systems around us, no kidding, are changing quickly. Who's not feeling that in this room? The way we work is changing. The way we gather is changing. The way we use resources is changing. The way we move between physical and virtual space, of course, is changing. But it is also an extraordinary time to be a designer. For generations, much of the world has been shaped by linear thinking. Take, make, use, discard. That logic has influenced more than products and materials. It has shaped buildings, interiors, habits, consumption, and even the way we imagine progress. Now, that model is being challenged. The future will ask designers to help move us. Designers help move us from the extraction mentality towards regeneration, from short-term use towards longer life cycles, and from fixed solutions towards more adaptive systems. From isolated projects towards spaces that belong to larger social, ecological, and technological networks. This is where innovation matters. Innovation is not only a new app, a material, or a dramatic invention. It is the ability to see an old problem differently, to connect ideas that have been kept apart. Design has an incredible role in that work because design sits close to daily life. At the same time, our experience of space is changing. We live and work across physical and virtual environments. Who wants to say duh? Okay. As our virtual presence increases, the meaning of space will keep shifting. And that uncertainty is real, but so is the opportunity. You are not expected to have every answer today, and that would be unreasonable and frankly, a little suspicious. But you've developed the capacity to stay with complexity. Excuse me, guys. I've watched you do it. You've learned how to begin. You've learned how to investigate, test, revise, and communicate. You've learned what a worthy design process can hold. It can hold uncertainty without being defeated by it. And that will serve you really well. Because your careers may not unfold exactly as planned. Mine certainly did not. You may work in studios, firms, classrooms, communities, nonprofits, public agencies, startups, research settings, or spaces that we don't even know exist yet. You may shape interiors, systems, experiences, policies, products, and conversations. So the title may change, but the purpose still remains clear. You have unbelievable opportunities for impact. Do not mistake an unexpected path for a lesser one, ever. Sometimes the turns are where your range is built. So, as you leave here, I hope you carry 3 things with you. First, you've heard from several of the people up here. Carry your curiosity. Keep asking better questions. Stay interested in people. It's so easy to not. Trust me. Observe closely. Listen before you decide. Let spaces teach you. Let communities teach you. Let disciplines outside your own stretch your thinking. The best designers I know are never done learning. They remain alert to the world. Second, carry your courage. Use your voice before you're perfectly ready, or before you feel you're perfectly ready. Speak up when something is missing. Do it humbly, though. Ask why a material was chosen. Ask who benefits. Ask who is burdened and whether there's a better way. You don't need to wait until you're the most senior person in the room to contribute something valuable. Third, carry your responsibility. Design choices have consequences, and I think your generation knows that much better than your predecessors do. They shape comfort, They shape access, resources, behavior, identity, and care. A finish is connected to a supply chain. A layout is connected to dignity. A threshold is connected to belonging. A room is connected to the larger world. Your graduate education has taught you that responsibility should not frighten you. And even if it does, it's part of the privilege of design. Because you have chosen a field where your work can touch daily life in direct and lasting ways. Years from now, people may not know your name when they enter a place that you helped shape. They may not know the research you conducted, the drawings you revised, the meetings you sat through, and the decisions you defended. But they may feel calmer. They may feel awe and wonder. They may want to explore and play. They may feel welcome. They may feel capable. They may feel that the space was made with some part of their humanity in mind. I've also seen you all do that. That is meaningful work. And today, Denaria, Evangeline, and Sarah, you step into that work with more than a degree. You step into it with a way of seeing. You've learned to notice what others overlook. You've learned to imagine what does not yet exist. So graduates, as you move forward, remember this. Your path does not have to be perfectly linear to be powerful. And I know I just heard from people who said that as well. Your voice does not have to sound like everyone else's to be valuable. And your range is never something to explain away. Congratulations to the Master of Interior Design class of 2026. I, and we, all of us, everyone in this room, we are so, so very proud of you. Love you.
What a night. All right. At this moment, I would like to invite to the stage our graduate student who will be addressing her cohort, Evangeline Guerra Saniga.
Good evening, everyone. Faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates, we made it. Getting here wasn't simple, it wasn't always clear, and it definitely wasn't easy. If anything, this journey taught us how to keep going, even when we didn't feel fully ready to. There were moments when things moved so fast, we barely had time to catch up before the next challenge was already ahead of us. New skills, new expectations, new ways of thinking, whether it was learning a new software, presenting ideas before we fully felt ready, or being pushed to take our ideas even further. It all seemed to happen so fast. And in between all of that, we were also navigating something more personal. Learning how to trust ourselves, learning how to be more comfortable not having everything figured out. And the learning didn't happen all at once. It built over time through trial and error, through feedback, lots of it, through continuing to engage even when it would have been easier to take a step back. There were times where it felt overwhelming, but what made the difference was that we weren't doing it alone. This cohort, just the three of us, became more than just classmates, and I think that's what made the experience so unique. We couldn't really blend into the background or figure things out on our own. We saw each other at our best, at our most stressed. We gave feedback, shared ideas. Oh, 1 second, sorry. Sorry. We gave feedback, shared ideas, and sometimes just sat in a space trying to get through it together. And somewhere along the way, that turned into something deeper, a kind of understanding that you don't have to explain because the people right next to you already get it. We each came into this program with different experiences, different parts of the country, even different parts of the world. But what mattered most wasn't where we started. It was that we went through this together, that we learned together. And that same support extended beyond our cohort. Our faculty and staff challenged us, pushed us, and believed in us, sometimes before we even fully believed in ourselves. They expected a lot from us, far more than just developing thoughtful, well-supported concepts, presenting under pressure during critiques, or continually pushing our ideas further and further. I'll never forget that materials and fabrication class where we stepped away from all the software we had just learned and had to draw everything and work through how things actually came together. It pushed us to think differently. And it was one of many moments like that, but because of those experiences, we grew quicker. Sometimes faster than we thought we ever could. Looking back, it's kind of incredible to see how much we've learned in such a short amount of time, not just academically, but personally. How much more confident we've become, how much more comfortable we are in sharing our ideas and trusting our voice. And I think that's something worth recognizing today, because this isn't just about finishing a program, it's about everything it took to get here. The moments of doubt, the moments of growth, the moments of confusion or frustration, and lots of frustration. The times we had to figure things out on the spot and trust that we were capable of more than we felt in that moment. And now we're stepping into what comes next, and I think it's okay to admit that we don't have all the answers. We don't know exactly what our paths will look like or how everything will unfold. But if this experience has taught us anything, it's that we will figure it out because we've done it over and over again. So wherever we go next, I hope we carry that with us, the resilience, the adaptability, and the reminder that we don't have to do everything perfectly or alone. As we move forward into different career paths, what we built here doesn't just disappear. It stays with us in how we support others, how we collaborate, and how we show up. So to my cohort, Sarah and Denaria, thank you for the late nights, the honesty, the support, and the constant reminder that we were in this together. I know that this experience would not have been the same without you. And to our faculty, staff, family, and friends, thank you for being part of this journey and for helping get us to this moment. Congratulations, we made it.
All right. Well, this is one of my favorite nights of the whole year, so I'm really excited. Thank you to all the great speeches. I know everyone said it before, but we wouldn't be here today without the family and the guests in the audience, so thank you all for supporting our graduates. The staff and the faculty supporting our graduates every step of the way, but this is our Graduates Day. It's all about you, so let's do it. All right. So what we're going to do is if we can have our, Margot and Natalia join us up on stage. If we can have our Bachelors of Fine Arts candidates, please rise and start making your way to, your name will be called, and once your name is called, you can come up to the stage. And we'll get started. All right, Eve Heitman Berrigan. Isabella Lee Becerra Munoz. Alexa Barrar. Kennedy Bleeker. Amarica Campos. Sherry Presley Denot. Irais Estrada Nada. Manar El Famari. Judith Gonzalez Ruiz. Natalie Nicole Hernandez. Nessa Kazemi. Celeste Lagunas. Sierra Rose Liminos. Diego Martinez Perez. Adele Jardine Maeva. Tiffany Maldonado. Madison Malloy. Apoliana Namkina. Jacqueline Charlize O'Neill. Adriana Espiritu Patiño. Jave Filia. Kellyanne Schellert. Deetris Sumlin. Lillian Walker. Joanna White. Congratulations. That concludes our calling of the BFA graduates, and at this time, we will start calling the master's graduates. Sarah Agudo. Evangeline Guerrero Zuniga. Denaria Tyndell. Before we welcome our grads back to the stage, on behalf of the administration team, we wanted to briefly just appreciate and say thank you to somebody very special who gives their heart and soul, not just today, but every day to DI, our president, Margot Doucette, who... She's dedicated more than 3 decades of her life to this school. But as she's mentioned, her connections to the school go far beyond that. She's the daughter of Arthur Rosenstein, and who's founded the school along with his wife Gloria. And we want to honor that legacy that they left behind. Not only did Margot take the reins and maintained her parents' vision, but under her leadership, she elevated that vision, and under her leadership, DI gained regional accreditation, and through the WASC milestone, it really solidified our institution, our standing, and opened the doors for students who've come through since. So she has really grown us from a single-focused institution to a multi-program, multi-modality school. And we're a stronger team. She's built a team of thought leaders who are genuinely passionate about design and the students who pursue it. She's led us all with integrity and inclusivity and an unwavering commitment to that mission. So I want to turn it over to Natalia for a few words, and thank you, Marco.
Yes, just really wanted to celebrate tonight with not just a goodbye, the new beginning, but acknowledging Margot's dedication to the school, to all of you. None of us would be here if Margot's passion and support did not lead and path the way. And with that, I wanted to just ask everybody in joining and thanking Margot for her leadership over this past 45 years. Thank you. Without a mic.
Oh, we have flowers for you.
Oh, that's so sweet. gonna have cry face. Well, let's get back to all of you, but I do want to say just one last thing, because this was so moving in so many ways, and the speeches tonight, and again, the support of this community. It has been a labor of love for all these years, and I want you to know that you have been a part of something so special, and I want to thank you all for sharing that. And I want to just second that you are never in the wrong place. You're just on your way to where you need to be. So don't ever feel lost, because you will always have us. You will always have a school to come back to, and you are all so accomplished. So again, congratulations, and Natalia is going to have you actually, does everyone come back? Come back, because we're ready to celebrate you again. We want you to turn your tassel when you come on stage. I'm going to move this off.
Marco, you want to take an honor of doing that tonight?
No, you can. You're the chief academic officer. You got to do it. Okay.
So maybe, yeah.
Squeeze it. Let's.
Are they all centered now? Yes? Perfect photo op? But their tassel is still in the wrong place. Do we see that the tassel is still on the right? Uh-oh. All right, class of 26, please move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, you did this!
Okay, at this time, we want to invite you all out to the atrium to have a celebratory reception in honor of these amazing graduates and also of all of you who are here tonight too. So thank you so much for coming.